Have you ever asked yourself why certain things keep happening in your life? Why does this keep happening to me? Why do the same disappointments appear wearing different faces? Why do some people repeatedly attract betrayal, while others seem trapped in cycles of poverty, failure, loneliness, or heartbreak? The names change, the locations change, the years pass, yet somehow the pattern remains. Most people think life is a collection of random events. But what if it isn't? What if certain experiences are not following you by accident? What if they are being generated by something deeper within you? Today, we explore a strange and mysterious question. Why do certain things keep happening in your life? And the answer may completely change the way you see your past, your present, and your future. 1. Life repeats what has not been learned. One of the oldest mystical ideas says, life whispers before it shouts. When a lesson is ignored, life often repeats it. Think about school. If a student fails an examination, the system presents the same subject again. Life seems to operate in a similar manner. A person who has not learned healthy boundaries may encounter controlling people repeatedly. Someone who has not learned self-worth may repeatedly attract those who exploit them. The event changes. The lesson remains. Life appears to revisit unfinished chapters until understanding is gained. The repetition is not always punishment. Sometimes it is instruction. 2. Your mind creates familiar realities. Psychologists have discovered something fascinating. The human brain loves familiarity, even when familiarity is painful. A child who grows up around chaos may unconsciously feel uncomfortable in peace. A person raised around criticism may later choose relationships where criticism feels normal. Not because they enjoy suffering, but because the mind often mistakes familiarity for safety. This means your subconscious mind may continuously guide you towards situations that resemble old experiences. The conscious mind says, I want something different, but the subconscious whispers, let's go with what we know. And so the cycle continues. 3. Your beliefs become invisible instructions. Imagine wearing a pair of glasses your entire life. After a while, you forget the glasses are there. Beliefs work the same way. Many people carry hidden beliefs such as, I am unlucky, nobody truly loves me, success is for other people, I never get what I deserve. These beliefs often operate below awareness, yet they influence decisions, reactions, and expectations. Eventually, life begins to reflect them, not because the universe is cruel, but because beliefs influence behavior and behavior influences outcomes. Your hidden assumptions may be writing parts of your future without your permission. 4. Unhealed wounds keep seeking resolution. There is something strange about emotional wounds. They rarely disappear simply because time passes. Instead, they often seek expression. A person abandoned as a child may repeatedly fear abandonment in adulthood. Someone humiliated years ago may become hypersensitive to criticism. The wound remains active beneath the surface, and until healing occurs, life may present opportunities for that wound to be faced. In mystical traditions, this is sometimes called the return of the unfinished. The soul seeks completion. The mind seeks understanding. The heart seeks healing, and life keeps presenting the invitation. 5. Your environment is quietly programming you. Many people underestimate the power of environment. Yet environment is one of the strongest invisible forces shaping human behavior. Look around you. The conversations you hear, the people you spend time with, the content you consume, the ideas you entertain daily. These influences slowly shape your expectations of reality. If you surround yourself with negativity long enough, negativity begins to feel normal. If you surround yourself with growth, growth begins to feel natural. Sometimes the repeated events in your life are not coming from destiny. They are coming from your environment. Change the environment and you may change the pattern. 6. The energy of repetition. Mystics throughout history have spoken about patterns of energy. Whether you call it vibration, frequency, mindset, or emotional atmosphere, there is a common observation. What occupies your inner world tends to influence your outer world. A person constantly focused on fear notices threats everywhere. A person consumed by resentment often attracts more conflict. A person focused on opportunity begins to see possibilities others miss. The world may not change immediately, but perception changes, actions change, decisions change, and eventually outcomes change. The inner world quietly reshapes the outer one. 7. Some repetitions are warnings. Not every repeated event is a lesson. Some are warnings. When the same mistake keeps producing the same pain, life may be signaling that a change is required. The repeated financial crisis, the repeated toxic relationship, the repeated self-sabotage, the repeated failure to act. Sometimes the pattern exists because the behavior remains unchanged. The universe cannot steer a parked car. Transformation usually begins when action begins. 8. The pattern can end. This is perhaps the most important part of this discussion. Patterns are powerful, but they are not permanent. The moment you become conscious of a pattern, you gain power over it. Awareness breaks automatic behavior. Healing weakens old wounds. New beliefs create new possibilities. Better environments produce different outcomes. The cycle begins to lose its grip. What once seemed like destiny starts to reveal itself as a pattern that can be changed. Conclusion. So why do certain things keep happening in your life? Perhaps because of lessons not yet learned. Perhaps because of subconscious programming. Perhaps because of hidden beliefs. Perhaps because of old wounds seeking healing. Or perhaps because your environment keeps producing the same results. Whatever the reason, one truth remains. The patterns of your life are not merely things to suffer. They are things to study. Because every repeated event carries a message. And sometimes the greatest transformation begins when you stop asking, why is this happening to me? And start asking, what is this trying to teach me? The answer may be the key that finally breaks the cycle. The events that repeat in your life are often mirrors. Study the reflection, and you may discover the door to your next transformation. Subscribe to this channel for more of humanity's deepest mysteries.